focused on the specific thing we're supposed to do for the next releases, which are going to be much more focused and precise in exactly what they want to deploy.
Hopefully faster too.
Yeah, and faster, yes.
Yeah.
God, faster.
The team keeps making cool stuff, so that's kind of the battle, is how fast can we get each new thing out to users?
And the biggest thing is beta testing. We need good beta testers that are willing to try stuff that might blow up and then give us the reports when it does. So that's how the community can get involved in increasing that cadence as well.
Yeah, and to be perfectly blunt, I do find it a little odd that beta testing is our limit, because it seems like the most easily solvable problem in the world. I just hired a new beta tester. We have 2 full-time beta testers on the payroll. We have the ability to put the thing out there for more people to try. So I may have a little bit of a slightly annoyed talk within the company.
Yeah.
But we're still limited on beta testers, and I've hired full people, and we can put it out there for everybody to try. It's got to be a solvable problem.
The flip side is that since people expect a sim to do everything, there's just a lot going on, and so you make a change, and it's like, well, what's the consequences going to be?
Yeah.
So many people do so many different things with X-Plane, and that's where the community testing comes in, because you never really know what somebody's doing with X-Plane.
Yeah.
We are slowly running out of time, but I have one quick fire question. Of the features that you are going to be working on soon, if you were to pick a favorite and are allowed to say, what would it be?
All right, well, let's. I mean, I'd like 10 features all tying for first. So I'll say real quick. Okay. So he's building next-gen scenery that's going to be taking a minimum amount of hard drive space and be fast. A lot of us are working on a store, so everybody can have their add-ons. I'm doing a whole bunch of new flight model stuff that literally tracks the rotor at a helicopter to get all the lift and vibrations and whatnot of helicopter for electric VTOL aircraft, which of course applies to all rotorcraft and all propellers. So I'm doing a lot of flight model updates. This will be for 1220, and the store and the next-gen scenery we're building. I mean, all those are like tied for first place for me for things I want to see getting done. Oh, and by the way, they're all either done or well on their way towards getting done.
Fantastic. Anyone else?
I think it's probably the new web API, WebSockets that we're bringing in, not because it's like anything so special itself, but it will unblock a lot of people and enable new people to develop for X-Plane and make cool stuff that we can't even imagine yet.
Just the amount of people that came yesterday and wanted to know about, oh, how can I use it? I want to make this cool thing. How do I use it?
And yesterday, can literally write this code for you. You just need to know how to ask it right. It is pretty incredible.
A big part of X-Plane is people finding ways to use X-Plane that we didn't expect. It's very accessible. It's always been a sim for the community. And so this just modernizes our interfaces. People want to use web technology. It makes it much more accessible.
I don't want to write C++ or Lua, and now...
So tell us a little bit more about what the WebSockets, how you access it, how it works, and what it does. Be a little more specific about that.
Right, so you can talk to X-Plane from inside a web browser or inside pretty much your favorite language with any binding, because this stuff is very standard, from the same machine or from a remote machine, and you could use this to make an instructor station, to do missions, to get data input and output.
Read and write data refs.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thanks, man.
Right, so all of the kind of things that people do with X-Plane already, but from anywhere with a much lower barrier to entry.
And it's faster, apparently, than some USB interfaces, as we're starting to see with some people.
It's going to be plenty fast. I mean, web technology is very mature at this point.
And then where are people going to find documentation to learn how to access this?
On developer.xplane.com. We've had to tell some people, we will get the docs out because people are chomping at the bit for it. And that'll be where the docs live.
Okay.
Any last comments before I ask Austin one of the community questions of where do you buy your shirts?
All right, so I have absolutely no idea. So here's the thing. I was single, working on nothing but X-Plane for 25 years, and sometimes I would be grumpy, but now being married, my wife buys my shirts. I have no idea where they come from.
They just show up.
But yeah, they just show up. But my wife, Melanie Meyer, she has unlocked my ability to just completely enjoy X-Plane while everything else is taken care of. And if anybody's been following me since version 1, they will notice that I got a lot less grumpy. Pretty much exactly 13 years ago, I went from being, X-Plane's the only way, what are you doing, to, hey, here's X-Plane, this is awesome, you can enjoy it, or use Microsoft if you want, either way's good, man. This happened exactly the time I met my wife. So my shirts come from her, and she's unlocked everything to let me be the person I want to be today. So I got to have a shout out to her. This is where the shirts came from, but trust me, that's the tip of the iceberg.
Well, thank you very much. We have got a couple of